Hello everyone, welcome to yet another video on order fulfillment process. As a dropship store owner, the most exciting times are when you actually start receiving customer orders for various items in your store. You have to now start fulfilling these orders, which can be a very tedious task, especially if you have to fulfill a large number of orders. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how Anstrex completely automates the order fulfillment process and saving you considerable time and significantly reducing chances of errors in this otherwise repetitive and monotonous task. So let's get started. On the screen here, I'm on the WooCommerce order page, which is currently showing 2 orders. Each order, as you can see here, has the status defined as completed. What this means is that the order has been paid for by the buying customer and it's ready to be fulfilled. Before we start fulfilling the order, I want to show you how the same order looks within the Anstrex platform. So if you were to go under place order sections of Anstrex platform, you will have tabs here for each of the connected stores. And in this case, since we are looking at the WooCommerce store, I'm going to click on this tab, which basically is showing the same information that you have already seen on the WooCommerce platform. So you have essentially 2 different orders sitting here. The payment status is paid for both the orders, and fulfillment status says it's unfulfilled. So it's time now to fulfill this order, and I will show you how we can use the Anstrex extension to fulfill this order very quickly and efficiently. When you click on the plus icon here, you can see the details of the order. In this case, as you can see, the number of items is only 1, and you can see the item here. And as indicated by this icon here, this particular item is from AliExpress, which serves as a supplier for the item, and it also gives you other useful information such as the price of the item in your store and the date on which the payment was made. So we want to go ahead and order this item, and for this ordering process or fulfillment process to work, we have to make sure that the Anstrex extension, Chrome extension, is installed, which you can see here on the top of the screen. And in order to place the order, all we need to do is click on the order button here. Clicking on this button will present 3 different ways of ordering the items. First one is the manual order process, where the ordering is step-by-step process. And then the next 2 items here are a more rapid method of placing the order, where some of the steps are skipped and automatically completed by the Chrome extension. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to select a manual order item, as I need to explain various steps while going through the ordering process. So I'm going to click here. And as soon as I click, the extension knows where to get this item, where to order this item. So it automatically takes you to the supplier page on AliExpress. And in addition to that, you will see small modal window on the right hand corner of the screen, which basically guides you through the ordering process. And it also automates various functions like entering the address of the customer, payment method, etc., etc. So all you need to do here is follow the prompt here and go through the entire process. So the first prompt is telling you what the quantity is and what the actual variant name for the item is, and then it asks you to click on the buy now button. So we already have quantity defined as 1, and black box is the only variant that is available for this item. So we don't have to worry about the variant. Just in case if the variant, if there were multiple variants here, the extension would automatically select the correct variant, especially in the automated process. So now the next step is to click on the Buy Now button, which I'm going to do. So as you can see, we are into the order processing stage here on AliExpress, and the instructions here are saying select the shipping method and click apply. So we are going to select the most efficient shipping method here, which is the first one, AliExpress standard shipping, and free shipping as well. So that makes it more cost efficient as far as our own costs are concerned. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the apply button as per the instructions here, and the extension automatically detects that the item or the apply button has been pushed, and now it's asking me to select a payment method and click on the confirm button here. So I have several different options here. I have a predefined credit card which I've used in the past on AliExpress. And I also have the option to add another payment card or use PayPal as a payment method. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and use a different credit card. So we'll just go through that process. In most cases, you have already your own credit card defined from your previous purchases. And you may not have to go through this step if you already have a payment method on file. So as you can see here, the payment method has been selected. The credit card the new credit card that I entered here has been applied towards the purchase of this item. And I'm going to follow the instructions one more time, which is saying that to finish the order processing, click here. Now you have the option to click on this red button here, place order button as well. Either one will essentially achieve the same results. So I'm going to go ahead and click on place order button here. And as you can see, the payment has been successfully applied, and the extension immediately realized that, and it has shown a success message right here telling me that the payment was successfully processed. So let's go back to the order processing page of Anstrex and see if there is anything that has happened here. So as you can see here in the order queue box that was created when I started processing the order, I see a check mark right here, which basically tells me that the order has been successfully placed, and I can go ahead and either delete this or I can close this window for now. And if I refresh this page, it will still show that the item is unfulfilled. The reason being that AliExpress takes some time to fulfill this order and give us a tracking information. So until we reach that stage, this status is always going to be unfulfilled. And we will go through that the detail of how the status change can be monitored using Anstrex in the latter part of this video. But for now, let's just focus on the order itself here. So as you can see, the place order button which existed on this order has disappeared. This is to prevent errors of placing the order for the same item twice. So once we realize that the order has been successfully placed, this particular option is gone here from the Anstrex platform. So now the only thing that remains to be done here is obtain a fulfillment status from the supplier, which is AliExpress in this case, and wait for a confirmation from them. So this particular item has been partially fulfilled, and we will go ahead and move to the next item or the next order, I should say. And I'm going to expand this order here again. And as you can see, there is only one item that is for this particular order. And I would like to remind everyone here that there can be more than one item per order. In such cases, you have to fulfill each individual item separately by placing this green button, which will be available for each item of the order. So in this case, the supplier is Banggood, and we are going to go ahead and place the order with that supplier. Again, all we need to do is click on the option of manual order. So for Banggood as a supplier, we are currently not providing an automated process to fulfill the order. The only option we have currently is the manual order process. So we are going to go ahead and place the order with the help of the Chrome extension. So now again, the platform directs us to the correct page on the supplier site. And again, we are given prompts on how to proceed. Since this particular product doesn't have any variants, the only thing that we need to select here is the right quantity, which is quantity 1, and then click on Buy Now button. So now we are on to the second step, which is again prompting us to select the shipping method. Again, in this case, we are going to select the free shipping method and going to click on the Apply button per the instruction. One of the things that I wanted to point out was the shipping address. The address of the customer is already automatically populated by the Chrome extension. This is going to save you a lot of trouble of manually copying and pasting the address of the customer from your store into the supplier side, which can also lead to errors and other issues. Now the next step is to place the order. We haven't defined a payment method, but when we click on this place order button, it is going to prompt us to make a payment. So now it basically is asking for a payment method. We have various different options here, including PayPal and various cards, as well as some of the other partial payment options. So in this case, I'm going to select credit or debit card method here, and then going to enter my credit card information. And I'm going to click on this checkbox here so that this particular credit card will be remembered when the next time when I'm going to place the order with the supplier, thereby saving you time in the future. And I'm going to click on the Pay Now button to process this order. So as you can see, the payment was successfully completed and the extension recorded the payment. And if we go into the app itself, you can see that the order has been recorded by the Anstrex platform as well. The next step would be to wait for a few hours until these orders are fulfilled by the supplier and a tracking information is provided. At that point, we will sync the orders with the supplier site, and all the information will be automatically updated both within the Anstrex platform as well as on your store site, which will be WooCommerce in this case. So we are going to continue with this video when the information is updated on the supplier site. So see you soon. Hey, it has been past 24 hours since we placed these two orders on our WooCommerce site using the Anstrex platform. And it's now time to check whether these orders have been fulfilled by the supplier or not, whether a tracking number has been assigned. And for that, we'll just go to the supplier site and check the orders page and make sure that they have been fulfilled by them. So let's look at the AliExpress order first. And as you can see on your screen, the order has already been fulfilled and a tracking number has been assigned. And similarly for the Banggood order, a tracking number also has been assigned and the status shows as shipped. So on our Anstrex platform, the status is still unfulfilled, and we need to make sure that the status correctly reflects the current state of the order. For this, we need to go into the track orders section of the Anstrex platform, and then select tab that represents the store that we are trying to sync. In this case, I'll choose my WooCommerce store, and as you can see that we already have some of the data populated here. The two orders that I talked about earlier are already in the system here and being listed. Now what we need to do is to sync these two orders and get the latest updates from the supplier side, and for that we need to click on this button labeled as bulk sync with supplier, which will open a new window here, and there are a couple of fields here that need to be populated. The date range field, which is by default 1 month. What this means is that the extension will basically scan for all the orders in this date range. So you can actually change this date range to whatever value you want. By default it is 1 month, and we are going to leave it like that. The next thing is a drop down menu for the suppliers that we currently support for syncing, and in this case we are using two different suppliers, AliExpress and Banggood. So we'll have to do this in two steps. First, we will choose AliExpress as our supplier, and then we'll do the same process for Banggood order. So can now start the sync process by clicking on this Get Orders List button, and as you can see that we got the information from the supplier website. One thing you need to remember though is that you have to be logged into the supplier site for this to work. If you are not logged in, this feature will not work. So make sure that you are logged in to the supplier before you start this process. Since we just have one item here, we are going to select that, and we are going to click on Sync All. And as you can see, the item status has been updated to awaiting delivery, and we will also be able to get the tracking number. Now we are going to repeat the same step for Banggood, and we are going to click on the same button. So we got the order. Now we're going to select that and do syncing. Alright, so we got the status as shipped, and we also got the tracking number. So this pretty much shows you how easy the whole process is. It just requires a few mouse clicks, and that's all. And as you can see, the status has been updated here as well, and you will find that the status on the place orders page has already been updated to fulfilled. And one more thing we want to check is go into our store and check the status on the orders page within our store itself. And this is the WordPress WooCommerce store admin portal, and I'm within the orders section of my store. And as you can see here, the status here also has been updated. The tracking number has been updated with the tracking number we got from the supplier. We also have a tracking link which the customer can use, or you as a store owner can use the same link to see the status of your shipment. And then the fulfillment status also has been changed to fulfilled here. So if you have your store configured to automatically notify the customer about the change of status, an email would be sent to the customer with this information. So the customer is also in the same loop and he's up to date with all the information. So this process is completely automated, as you can see, and this greatly simplifies the entire process of staying up to date with all the current orders in the system, saving you the grief of manually monitoring each order and notifying the customer in each case. So in conclusion, Anstrex makes the entire order fulfillment task a piece of cake, as I've just demonstrated to you. It not only automates the fulfillment process but prevents errors that might result from manual methods, which tend to be laborious and tedious. In addition, if you have multiple stores on multiple platforms, the entire fulfillment process can be managed from a single user interface on our platform, and thereby significantly improving the efficiency and reducing the time spent on these tasks. So I hope I have been able to convince you on how valuable Anstrex platform is in terms of managing your fulfillment on a daily basis. And I will see you with another tutorial video very soon. Until then, cheers.